Trying to upgrade the free Regieleki VMAX deck on its own? Stupid. Trying to upgrade the free Miraidon EX deck on its own? Idiotic. But if you use polymerization on the two decks, you can create something new that's actually fairly decent, though it will never be quite as good as you want it to be. To get started, this is the free Regieleki VMAX deck every single player receives for simply booting up live in 2023. Like I said in the free decks video, it kinda sucks. Yes, Electric Generator is a great card, able to attach up to 2 lightning energy from your deck to your bench lightning Pokemon however you want, but your main attackers here are Zeraora and Pachirisu. Raikou V is awesome paired with Regieleki, but you only have one copy with no way of recovering it. And this is the Miraidon EX deck you receive with the Scarlet and Violet Battle Pass, which expires on June 7th. It's terrible. Aside from the 2 Miraidon EX, there's barely any good cards in here that you don't already own. Thankfully, by reaching tier 16 on the Battle Pass, you'll be given several more useful cards for free. Honestly though, the worthwhile unlocks end at tier 7 of the Battle Pass, so at least get there. And for those of you who are better than me at math, yes, I know there's 75 cards on screen right now. Don't worry, we'll be changing that in a second. This is simply to show you everything you can get for free from the Battle Pass. After combining the Regieleki and Miraidon EX decks, this is what you'll be able to build, all without spending a single credit. You'll notice there's a copy of Radiant Greninja. That's already in your collection, as it was included in the default Lunatone and Palkia decks. However you decide to build Miraidon Regieleki, the strategy is fairly straightforward. Use Miraidon on turn 1 to get all of your basic lightning Pokemon into play, then use Electric Generator to flood the field with as much energy as you possibly can. Then, attack with one of your basics, as Regieleki VMAX boosts the damage they can deal by 30, and it stacks. Because you haven't spent any credits on this deck, it isn't perfect, but it's great for learning how to play the deck. Now, let's spend some credits to make Miraidon Regieleki better. There's a few ways you can play Miraidon EX, but for now we'll go with this version. First thing to do is craft an extra Regieleki V and Regieleki VMAX for 1,775 credits. With 3 Regieleki VMAX in play, the damage you deal is boosted by 90, meaning Miraidon can reach 310 damage. A 1-1 line of Flying Pikachu VMAX is a good idea, as it helps you beat any basic heavy decks. Klefki, meanwhile, is a necessary evil in a lot of cases. When Klefki's in the active, it shuts off all basic Pokemon abilities, including your own. Used properly though, you can activate all the basic abilities on your side of the field on your turn, then promote Klefki at the end of that turn and shut off your opponent's basic abilities. It's a risky card, but when it works, it's great. For trainers, there's Arven to get an Electric Generator as well as Forest Sealstone. Featherball allows you to get a Regieleki VMAX for free. Experience Share means your energy can stay in play when somebody's knocked out. And Cleansing Gloves boost the damage you deal to Psychic types by 30, perfect for Gardevoir EX. In total, it'll cost you 5,300 credits to build this version of the deck. The Flying Pikachu could be cut and replaced with something like Pachirisu or Zeraora though, if you're low on credits. Other options for this deck include 2 copies of Double Turbo Energy, as it works on Regieleki V and VMAX, and Flying Pikachu V and VMAX, though the damage you deal is reduced by 20. You could also throw in an Energy Recycler, which puts up to 5 energy back into your deck, increasing your chances later in the game of hitting Electric Generator. And if you find yourself losing to Mew VMAX a lot, just chuck in a copy of Drapion V. And if you want to get extra spicy, include a copy of Sky Sealstone to take an extra prize card when KOing a VMAX or V-Star Pokemon. If you want a little more late game consistency, there is the Flaaffy version of Miraidon Regieleki, which I've had some success with. The strategy here focuses more on Raichu V, which does 60 damage for each lightning energy you discard from your Pokemon. You also play Sky Sealstone, which pairs really well with not only Raichu V, but Drapion V. And because Flaaffy can attach energy anywhere, you can use Drapion V against any deck, including Gardevoir. Everything else is fairly straightforward. But if you wanted to be a little crazy, you could remove the Regieleki altogether, go with a 3-3 Flaaffy line, and try to take big KOs exclusively with Raichu. The choice is yours. My math is probably way off because numbers cause my brain to hurt, but this Flaaffy version should only cost you 1,375 credits. If you're watching this video after the Scarlet and Violet base set Battle Pass rotates on June 7th, unfortunately the Miraidon EX deck is no longer offered for free. As a result, you'll have to spend a few thousand extra credits on cards like Miraidon EX, which is 600 credits each, and Raichu V, which is 750 credits each. The good news is this also means that Paldea Evolved is out. One card that could make Miraidon EX much better is Charm of Courage. This tool boosts the hit points of any basic Pokemon it's attached to by 50, perfect for helping Miraidon survive a hit. We also have Super Rod, which can put Pokemon and energy back into the deck. And lastly, there's Squawkabilly EX. It doesn't completely fit with Miraidon, but it does help you have a better turn 1. You'll just likely have to play Collapse Stadium or Thornton or Penny later in the game to get rid of it. How do you play Miraidon Regieleki? Let everyone know in the comments.